Hello everyone! In this video, I'm gonna explain a chemistry topic. But before we get into the main part of the video, I'll show you two phenomena. The first one is when we mix sugar and water and stir it, the sugar dissolves in the water. And the second is when we mix oil with water and stir it, the oil and water still don't blend together. Well, from those two phenomena, how do they actually happen? Both of them are related to the polarity of the molecules. The principle here is like dissolve like, which means that substance with the same polarity tend to dissolve each other. Now, let's move into the main part of this video. How to determine the polarity of a molecule. In determining the polarity of a molecule, there are some basic concepts we need to understand. The first one is molecular geometry, which explains the shape of the molecule. The second one is electronegativity difference, which determines the polarity of the covalent bond between two atoms. If the covalent bond is polar, the electronegativity difference causes a separation of charges between two atoms in a covalent bond. The atom with the higher electronegativity will have a partial negative charge, while the atom with the lower electronegativity will have a partial positive charge. The magnitude of this charge separation is represented by a vector quantity called the dipole moment. The direction of the dipole moment goes from the partial positive charge to the partial negative charge. If the covalent bond is nonpolar, it means the atoms share electrons equally because the electronegativities are the same or almost the same. The last concept is the net dipole moment. If the net dipole moment of a molecule is greater than 0, the molecule is polar. However, if the net dipole moment is equal to 0, the molecule is nonpolar. So, based on those concepts, how can we determine the polarity of a molecule? There are several steps we have to do. First, draw the molecular geometry. Second, identify how many types of covalent bonds are present in the molecule. Third, determine the polarity over each covalent bond by calculate the electronegativity difference. Fourth, Draw the direction of the dipole moment if the covalent bond is polar. Fifth, determine the net dipole moment based on the direction of the dipole moments and the molecular geometry. And finally, identify whether the molecule is polar or non-polar. To make it clearer, let's take a look at the following examples. Number 1. Determine the polarity of water. Let's start by drawing the water molecule. Since the molecule has two bonding electron pairs and two lone pairs, its molecular geometry is band or V-shape. From the structure, there is one type of single covalent bond between oxygen and hydrogen. The electronegativity of hydrogen is 2.1 and for oxygen is 3.5. The electronegativity difference is 1.4, indicating that the bond is a polar covalent bond. Since there is a polar covalent bond, the oxygen will have a partial negative charge, while the hydrogen will have partial positive charge, forming dipole moments. The net dipole moment of the molecule is greater than 0, which means water is a polar molecule. Example number 2. Determine the polarity of carbon dioxide. Let's start by drawing the carbon dioxide molecule. Since the molecule has only two bonding electron pairs without lone pairs, its molecular geometry is linear. From the structure, there's one type of double covalent bond between carbon and oxygen. The electronegativity of carbon is 2.5 and for oxygen is 3.5. The electronegativity difference is 1.0, indicating that the bond is a polar covalent bond. Since there is a polar covalent bond, the oxygen will have a partial negative charge, while the carbon will have a partial positive charge, forming dipole moments. The net dipole moment of the molecule is equal to 0, which means carbon dioxide is a nonpolar molecule. Last example, number 3. Determine the polarity of methane. Let's start by drawing the methane molecule. Since methane has only 4 bonding electron pairs without lone pairs, its molecular geometry is tetrahedral. From this structure, there's one type of single covalent bond between carbon and hydrogen. The electronegativity of carbon is 2.5 and for hydrogen is 2.1. The electronegativity difference is 0.4, indicating that the bond is non-polar covalent bond. Therefore, no partial charges are formed because the electrons are evenly distributed. The net dipole moment of the molecule is equal to 0, which means methane is the nonpolar molecule. Alright, so that's all for today's lesson. I hope you understand how to determine the polarity of a molecule. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. With that, I Heri Setiawan from Chemistry Education Universitas Terbuka will take my leave. See you again in the next video. Bye-bye!